Forget the burning scrolls and the angry mob. The greatest myth in historical tragedy is the fall of the Library of Alexandria. We've all heard the story. Julius Caesar starts a fire, a fanatic Christian mob attacks, or an Islamic caliph burns the books for fuel. A single, dramatic moment that extinguished the light of ancient knowledge. It's a great story, but it's almost entirely false. The truth is, the library didn't die in one fiery blaze of glory. It died slowly, a victim of budget cuts, political apathy, and a slow, crippling cultural indifference. What does the real story of the library's decline tell us about how close our own knowledge is to slipping away? That is the 1,000-year tragedy we're uncovering today. To understand how it died, you must first understand what it was. The Great Library was not just a storage shed for books. It was the intellectual heart of the ancient world. It was part of the Mouseion, or museum, a state-funded research institute founded in the 3rd century BCE by the Ptolemaic dynasty. Scholars, the most brilliant minds in the Mediterranean, were given free food, lodging, and an unparalleled collection of scrolls to pursue knowledge. This was where Eratosthenes calculated the Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy, where Euclid codified geometry, and where the texts of Homer and the great tragedians were painstakingly edited and preserved. It was the world's first true university. The library's disappearance is one of history's greatest intellectual crimes. But as we'll see, it wasn't destroyed by a single villain. It was starved to death by a changing world that simply stopped caring about preserving the past. The first wounds were self-inflicted. The library's fate was intrinsically tied to its royal patrons, the Ptolemies. Its golden age lasted about a century before the dynasty began to degenerate into infighting and paranoia. A pivotal moment came in 145 BCE with the reign of Ptolemy VIII Physcon. When this cruel and intellectually indifferent ruler took power, he wasn't interested in supporting scholars. He was interested in suppressing dissent. He carried out a purge of intellectuals from Alexandria. The head librarian, Aristarchus of Samothrace, fled, and the entire scholarly community scattered. This was the first major blow, not to the scrolls, but to the institutional structure that curated, copied, and used the scrolls. As one historian put it, a library is only as good as the brains reading it. The famous fire of Julius Caesar in 48 BCE is the most popular culprit, but modern scholarship has severely downgraded its severity. Caesar was besieged in the city's harbor and ordered his own fleet to be torched to prevent it from falling into enemy hands. The fire spread to the dockyards. Caesar himself made no mention of burning the library, only the burning of some 40,000 books in the warehouses near the docks. These were likely unprocessed scrolls waiting to be added to the collection or copies for export, not the main, irreplaceable collection housed in the secure Mouseion complex itself. We know this because major scholars continued to work and cite the library's collection for decades after the fire. It was a serious loss, but it was not the death blow.